In this video, we are going to look at John 15:6 and eternal security. John 15:6 being a problem passage for the doctrine of eternal security. So let's read it in the Greek. Ean mi tis meni enemi, eblithi exo osto klima, ke exiranti, ke synagusen afta, ke isto pir barusin, ke keete. And in the English, if anyone does not abide in me, he is thrown away as a branch and dries up, and they gather them and cast them into the fire, and they are burned. So there are two key words in this passage. The first is pir, and that is our word for fire. And you may recognize our English word pyromaniac is containing this word, a pyromaniac, to someone who likes to burn things with fire. And ko meaning to burn. So question, does this mean that a person can lose his salvation? Answer, no. Such an interpretation would require the assumption that being cast into the fire and burned means that salvation has been lost. However, 1 Corinthians 3:15 proves that this interpretation is incorrect. So let's take a look at 1 Corinthians 3:15, which reads, if any man's work is burned up, katakeo, he will suffer loss, but he himself will be saved, yet so as through fire, pir. So we see we have our two key words again here, pir, fire, and we have an intensified form of ko, katakeo, which also means to burn. In Greek, we can add prepositions to intensify words. So, summary and conclusion. John 15:6 and 1 Corinthians 3:15 are parallel passages. Both passages are talking about production of good works by the believer, or lack thereof. John 15:6 is saying that in order to produce good works, we must abide in Christ. Otherwise, we are a fruitless branch, and as such, we are useless, and in the agricultural metaphor, worthless branches are gathered and burned. 1 Corinthians 3:15 is saying that when we stand at the bema seat, the judgment seat of Christ, it is possible that our works will be entirely burned up. Exactly the same situation as described in John 15:6. However, 1 Corinthians 3:15 unequivocally states that this burning in the fire does not mean salvation has been lost. It says, but he himself will be saved, yet so as through fire. And therefore, when John 15:6 is evaluated in light of 1 Corinthians 3:15, we see that it clearly does not teach that salvation can be lost, because salvation can never be lost. We are eternally secure. Thank you.